Hello, my dear. You are watching an interesting channel, Dear LG. My dear, Dear LG is one of the best platform to get authentic information about English grammar and literature. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you an interesting story of a small boy. What kind of events took place in the life of that small boy? The one incident that he saw in his life, or the one thing that he saw amazing things in his life is the shape, that kind of shape. When the light fell on it, it disappeared, and when the lights were off, it reappeared. My dear, I'm going to tell you an interesting story of that small boy today. And again, I will tell you some important questions and the answer of those questions as well. Don't go anywhere. Watch the full video in order to understand the story of that small boy. Let's visit my operation theater. My dear, let's start the summary of The Last Voyage of the Ghost Ship, written by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. The Last Voyage of the Ghost Ship, written by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Let me present the summary of this story. The Last Voyage of the Ghost Ship is written by Colombian novelist Gabriel Garcia Marquez. He was born in Colombia and the name is Gabriel Garcia Marquez. The Last Voyage of the Ghost Ship is written by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. His well-known works, his writings are Leaf Storm, 100 Years of Solitude, Love in a Time of Cholera, etc. He is well known for his magic realism. His writing style, and stream of consciousness style. I will explain these two terms, my dear: magic realism and stream of consciousness style in writing. In this story, he unfolds the many folds of the life of an ordinary boy. In this story, he discloses the events in the life of a small boy. That is to say, unfolds the many folds of the life of an ordinary boy. Magic realism means magic and reality blending together. You can say magic plus reality is equal to magic realism. And stream of consciousness style means, in this kind of style, in stream of consciousness style, we use less punctuation marks. It is equivalent to character's thought process. The story goes ahead like the mind of the character can go everywhere. We cannot set some rules about the mind, the movement of the thinking process of the mind. That is why stream of consciousness style. Let me go ahead. The narrator of this story, a small boy, spends a lot of time at the beach. Once he saw an amazing ship and thought that it was his dream. He saw the ship and he thought that it was his dream because the ship ran on the ground. This is specialty about the ship, my dear. The ship ran on the ground, sank without a single sound, went towards the wrong direction, was bigger than the village, longer than the steeple of the church. It disappeared when the lights fell on it and reappeared when the lights were off. So what is the strangest thing about the ship, my dear? The strangest thing about the ship is the ship ran on the ground, it sank without a single sound, it destroyed without a single sound, it was going towards wrong direction, it was bigger than this village, it was longer than the steeple of the church, and the most important, it disappeared when the lights fell on it and it reappears when the lights were off. So he told no one for the first time. For the second time, he saw the same kind of ship in the same month of March. This time he told his mother, but she did not believe him. His mother did not believe him because she had not seen in her life about this kind of ship. That's why she did not believe him. Instead, she went to the market and she bought a chair and she sat on the chair thinking about her husband. She died sitting in the chair thinking about her dead husband. For the third time, he told his villagers. Now the boy became orphan, and for the third time he saw the same kind of ship, and as his mother was dead, he told the villagers, but the villagers did not believe him. Instead, they beat him mercilessly. The villagers beat him mercilessly and he decided to live on his own. He left on living on charity. Now he is determined to show this amazing ship to the villagers. For the last time, he showed the ship to the villagers just like he had seen for the first time. So for the last time, he was determined to show the villagers the ship that he had seen in his childhood. The villagers had also beaten him That is why he was determined and he stole a boat and went to the sea. At last, he became able to control the ship and show the villagers that he had really seen the sea. To wrap up, this story is written in stream of consciousness style. As I already told you, the meaning of stream of consciousness style, using magic realism, magic plus reality. The ship that the boy saw is not real. You remember this, my dear? The ship is not exactly real. Bigger than the village, longer than the steeple of the church. It reappears and disappears. The ship that the boy saw was not real one. Rather, it is his imagination. The ship is only the imagination of a boy, my dear. The ship seen at last, the ship that the villagers saw at last, the ship that the boy became able to show the villagers, symbolizes the growth of ordinary boy to an assertive young man. That shows growth of ordinary boy to young man. Thank you so much for watching. My dear, if you wish to watch the same kind of content like essays, grammar, literature, ways of writing letters, please don't forget to click the subscribe button below and click on all notification. Thank you so much for watching.